Hey, welcome back to the show. We're finishing up our 2014 year in review. Up next, we are going to talk about Match of the Year.
Yes, so this is a specific match.
Correct.
And look, I'm not even going to lie. I had like 7 matches. I was flip-flopping between them so hard. I've left off ones that I feel like I should just be ashamed that I left some of these matches off, but it was so hard. There were so many good matches this year.
It honestly was not that hard for me.
Really? That's interesting. Okay. Well, so I guess I should be going first, right?
Yeah.
So my number 3 is just because of the pure, amazing, just like craziness hype that it produced was Justin versus Filipino champion Marvel at EVO.
Good one.
So it looked like Justin was dead in the 5th game. He was pretty much dead. Filipino champ had all of 2 characters there, including Dark Phoenix, ready to go. And I don't know what happened, but he was Dark Phoenix. He called an assist, and Justin just randomly uppercut Super with Akuma, hit both of them.
Right.
X Factor killed both of them.
Right.
And shout outs honestly to Ski because he was screaming at that one. That was. Like, I just remember the room just went nuts. And the reaction that Justin had for that, I mean, if it wasn't for that match, Justin was pretty much dead. Like, and he just threw in a Hail Mary uppercut Super. And it totally worked. And it brought Justin to that championship. And to me, him winning that Marvel championship is huge. Because one thing I didn't realize, so a lot of people always say Justin's one of the greatest of all time, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, he's only won EVO in 1 game, which is Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Okay.
And he hasn't
always
won,
in top 8 for other games.
Yeah, always in top 8, but never actually won any of the other ones. And I know it's another Marvel game, but it's different enough, obviously, because the player base don't even mix.
Yeah.
So that he finally won another EVO after training so hard. I think, obviously, it wouldn't have happened if he didn't win that match in the most spectacular fashion possible. So I had to put that in there as a top 3
That's a
match.
good one, dude.
So, yeah. And it wasn't the birth of the Justin barrel roll. That was after he beat Chris G.
Yeah.
But I still remember after he won, he was just like, what happened? Oh, my God. Like, how did I win? How did I win? Because, dude, when you activate that X Factor, dude, every nerve in your body must have just went tense. Yeah. Like, seriously. But shout outs to Justin. Yeah, absolutely.
My number 3 is Snake Eyes versus Fudo at EVO.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah.
It was just, Fudo's performance was maybe the most dominant performance, I thought, of any player at EVO in a particular match.
Yes.
Obviously, the quality of his competition was the best, Snake Eyes. And in going back later and looking at the match, Snake wasn't as out of it as I thought he was at the time, which definitely speaks to his level of play too. But I just thought that was like such a pure Street Fighter match. It had some of the best reads, I thought, on Fudo's part that I saw this year. Just that was, I really thought, like what Street Fighter 4 can be. Yeah, a lot of people, there's always been knocks on Street Fighter 4 for like not being as fundamental-y, being a little bit more random,
like the vortexy kind
vortexy
of
stuff, Dragon Punch FADC, whatever. There's always been those complaints, but that was just a Street Fighter match.
Yeah,
a pure Street Fighter match, and it was at the highest possible level, and it was amazing.
Right. So I mean, just to continue on that match, I have never seen anyone play as perfect as Fudo. He only made 1 mistake, and that was when the time was run out. That was the only time Snake Eyes ever jumped in on him. 1 time. It was at the end of a round scramble kind of thing. But other than that, it was like the perfect play. And like you said, it was closer than we remembered. But that's how good Fudo played it, that it felt like it was like this 3-0, like 6 rounds in a row, like Snake Eyes did nothing.
Yeah.
It was closer, but that's just how dominating it felt because he played it so perfect. It's textbook Street Fighter.
Textbook.
It's how it's a good way to... If you want to learn how to play footsies, this is it right there. So.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
Go on.
So my number 2 isn't 1 match.
Oh wow.
5 matches.
Okay.
Guess which 5?
Well, I'm not sure actually.
Snake Eyes.
Oh, okay.
Reverse OCV against NorCal.
That counts. That totally counts.
Yeah. Dude, that was ridiculous. Most amazing thing. I mean, that started the year off right.
If we had comeback of the year, for sure,
yeah,
it doesn't get bigger.
Yeah. And I mean, let's put it this way: Snake Eyes in 2013, people knew of him.
Yeah.
But in 2014, Snake Eyes' reputation is ridiculous right now.
Yeah,
right?
it definitely grew.
He is like considered like God among men in a lot of ways, and that was, I feel like, the moment where that put Snake Eyes on everybody's radar. A lot of the SoCal people knew how good he was. Everyone in SoCal hates playing against him. Not a lot of people really knew who he was before. But him coming back 5 in a row pretty much kind of was the birth of the Snake Eyes that we know and, you and I personally love. That match was just the most ridiculous thing. It was ridiculous, especially when he did the jump back and Ultra on EX Messiah. Was one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen. It was so good.
It was great.
There you go. Yeah.
My number 2 is Axe versus Silent Wolf.
Yeah, dude, I really wanted to put that.
How can you not? That was.
I wanted to put that on there.
Come on, that might have been the hypest I was throughout all of Evo. Was right there during that 4-stock. I think that was as many cool things that has happened at Evo.
Right.
That was, I think, the time where I was most like, just like yelling and I don't even know.
Dude, I was jumping.
It was crazy. I was running. It was ridiculous. I wasn't even the only one. There were other people too.
Dude, the whole audience was going nuts. The whole audience was going nuts.
I thought that was the hypest moment. That was the hypest single moment of the year, I thought.
Okay. Some people are saying that there's a little video lag. Is the audio okay, guys? Hopefully the audio is okay. I know it's not the studio because we've streamed from here before and not had problems before. I wonder if it's still, kind of situations or something like that. But okay, so I'm gonna get to my number 1 here, right? So I had
we probably have the same one.
Yeah, I think so. But I had 3 matches from Capcom Cup that I really wanted to put in there. So just shout outs as kind of as a honorable mention ones.
Okay.
Really wanted to talk about Shin and Daigo because Shin beating Daigo in that way after losing to him very badly throughout the entire year, very important. And then both of the Ryan Hart Momochi matches were ridiculous. And that, I don't know where Ken got that extra power for that last kick on his Ultra to kill Ryan Hart, dude. We back?
Oh, we're back. Okay.
We back? Okay. We are back now.
I don't know what to tell you guys. Everything's the same on our end.
We're back. Okay. Everything is still going here on the broadcast here. Let's see. Yeah, it still says it's... Okay. We're back. Okay. So they said that it died during my honorable mentions, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my honorable mentions, I was saying that Ryan Hart versus Momochi were super big, but those didn't make my top 3.
Right.
None of those made my top 3, and it killed me to not put those. I'm glad you got the Silent Wolf and the Axe one in there because I really wanted to put that one on there too.
Got it.
But my number 1.
Mine too. Also.
Your same number 1. Blaze Blue.
The Blaze Blue Grand Finals.
Most amazing thing.
It was the best. It was the thing is that it had everything to it. Right. There was so much on the line. So much money on the line. It was huge. It had. 2 of the best players were there. There was crazy comebacks in it. You could see Dogra slowly break down. So you could feel Galileo getting better. It was just it had there was adaptation in it. It was drama of it. It was that was the best.
He came back from losers bracket. He was on the verge of being eliminated multiple times and had to come back. And even just all the tears afterwards. That one photo of, was it Dogra's girlfriend crying on the floor right after he lost, and him just kneeling there and trying to console her and seeing the tears all on stage and everything. Even the people who didn't finish first place were crying and everything like that. And so that match was ridiculous.
It was the best.
And honestly, shout outs to the other David and James.
Yeah,
they did a fantastic job commentating that match. It was so good. And match of the year.
Match of the year, man.
Yeah.
All right. You want to move on?
Yes.
To game of the year, fighting game of the year.
Fighting game.
This is not a match, okay? That's not the term of. That's not the use of game. We're talking about a fighting game.
The game itself. Yes.
Of the year.
Yes. So you want to go first then, right? Because I just went first last.
That sounds right.
Okay. Go ahead.
My number 3 is Smash 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just really enjoy the game. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great addition. I'm really looking forward to seeing it get better. And it's, look, when Brawl came out, I played in tournaments for a little while, and I tried to take it seriously, and I just didn't end up liking it all that much.
Right.
But Smash 4 so far, I really like it. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm bored of it, or oh, this seems too good and I can't beat it, or whatever my concerns were back then. And I really think that Little Mac is one of my more favorite characters in recent fighting games. Yeah. He's just so fun. He's such a different character compared to the rest of the cast that I love playing Street Fighter and Smash. It's a blast.
The creativity that they came up with in that game, like the fact that they managed to make every character so unique, outside of the clones obviously, but every character is so unique. With just such a simple control scheme and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think it's amazing.
For sure.
I love the way they designed that game. So
for sure, dude.
Okay. So my number 3 is Marvel versus Capcom 2.
The actual Marvel.
Marvel versus Capcom.
When people say Marvel, I still always think about Marvel 2.
Yes.
Still happens for me. So, okay.
So I picked Marvel versus Capcom 2 because it's starting a resurgence this year. A lot of people have been picking it up again. It's been building up towards the end of the year. Like 37 Reloaded had a bunch of people playing it. Yipes and Sanford had those first to 100s that they played on stream and everything like that. Sanford and Justin had that first to 10 at NEC and everything. So this is a game that should never have stopped being played.
Absolutely.
Should never have stopped being played. Yeah. Even to this day, even during 37 Reloaded, it was still hype. Like the money match is going on the background.
Newer.
This game is hype. It should have never stopped being played. I remember when Marvel 3 first came out, everyone's like, okay, well, we're going to stop playing Marvel 2. I'm like, why? Like, we still play ST. Right. All these old men still play this game. There's no reason it should have stopped. I like the trend that it was going towards the end of the year. So I'm hoping that it keeps building, and I hope Marvel comes back to more events. I hope more people play it, and I want it to have a rebirth because the game is too hype, too exciting. People need to keep playing this game. So that's my number 3.
Okay.
You like my little bait and switch there. Marvel versus Capcom 2.
My second, and I kind of feel stupid, but my second is Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
It's just because it's the biggest game. That's it. I mean, it's by a considerable margin the biggest game internationally and nationally and by whatever metric. So I don't feel like I can have a top 3 list of 2014 without that game. I like it. I play it. I think it's fun. It seems crazy balanced. It's a very, very balanced game so far. I think there's a lot going for it. But the main reason that I put it in is because it's the biggest, man. It's by far. So.
My number 2. Why am I looking again? Okay, my number 2 is actually Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Okay, Melee, yeah.
Melee. It was my number 1 last year.
Okay, you're right.
But this year it's my number 2 because it's only gotten bigger. And as much as I love Smash 4 and stuff like that, but Smash Brothers Melee had a streak this year. I can't remember how many weeks it was, but it was like 7, 8, or maybe even double-digit weeks in a row of 100+ entrant tournaments. Right. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just ridiculous that it's been happening all around the country like that. And to have a game have 100+ tournament entrants like week after week after week it's just unprecedented. So they're having a phenomenal year, continuing from last year.
For sure.
So yeah, still in the top 3 list in there for me. So number 2.
Under Night in Bird. EXE late. Obviously.
Right.
Number 1. Well, I thought it was the best new game. It's my favorite new game. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I think it's great.
Okay. My number 1 is actually Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it's leading us to the promised land right now, pretty much. It is doing the things that it needs to do to get us there. And in terms of 44 characters, especially with 1.04,
yeah,
I can't name you a fighting game that's ever been more balanced than Ultra Street Fighter 4.
It's really up there.
Yeah.
I would have to think about it, and I'm not sure I would come up with anything better.
The only game I would put in there is Hyper Fighting, but even that had some broken-ass characters and some really, really bad characters.
For sure.
So the fact that Ultra is this well-balanced with 44 characters, and we've had this Capcom Pro Tour, this road to, and then the Capcom Cup, it has to be the game of the year for me. So
okay, can't disagree too strongly with that. Up next, Player of the Year.
Okay,
you're going first.
I'm going first.
Yeah,
dude, this is another one that I had like 7 people in there.
I had 2 guaranteed people, and then I had a tough time deciding the third.
Dude, I had so much trouble deciding this one, and
yeah.
in fact, there's some people missing in this list, and I just like, I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
Really. But my number 3 person is Momochi.
Momochi, nice.
Because he just, he brought it at Capcom Cup. He did really well. He's just a fantastic player, and what he pulled off at Capcom Cup, I think, was really amazing. And yeah, that's.
Have you seen his series of YouTube?
Oh yeah, I haven't watched them yet. I watched
some of it. It's nice. I mean, it's definitely starting from a higher level.
Do they have translations in there?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Subtitle.
That's so sick. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, again, look, I had like a whole bunch of players I could have threw in here, but I had to go with Momochi because of his success at Capcom Cup. So
my number 3 is Nemo.
Okay,
the reason is because he's basically the best or top 3 in like whatever game he wants to be. It's like super impressive, I think. In Marvel, that's the case. In Street Fighter, Daigo said he was the best for a while. Like when like he wasn't concentrating on it super hard for like that long, I felt, and then all of a sudden he was like the best. He just
with this crappy character.
With this crappy character. By his own admission, crappy character. And really good in Guilty. It's just like whatever he wants to be so good in, I feel like he just does. And yeah, he's a rising star.
Yeah. Rising star. Right. Like Ogawa in Guilty.
Well, yeah,
right?
last year he was one of the rising stars for R Kappa.
Oh, was he?
Oh yeah, that's where that joke comes from. He was listed as being a rising star, and I don't think he ended up. Well, I don't know if he ended up winning. Now that I think about it, but definitely he was on the list.
Yeah. Okay.
Which was silly, but
okay.
But yeah. Anyway, I think he's just one of the best in whatever he wants. So.
Okay, my number 2 is Mango.
Okay, yeah.
And he won EVO 2 years in a row.
Right.
And during that time, it was debated whether it was him or Armada that was the best Smash player. They had been going head to head for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then he won EVO 2 years in a row, the 2 biggest Smash tournaments ever, and pretty much solidified himself as the greatest Melee player of all time.
Yeah.
So much to the point that he also was ranked number 1 in the Smash Melee rankings that was just revealed recently. So that guy, I mean, to pretty much without question turn yourself from like a 2-man race to unequivocally greatest of all time to the GOAT basically is, I mean, that's a year. That's a year to have. That's a year to have.
That's a very good pick.
So, yeah, Mango was my number 2.
That's a great pick. My number 2 is Sonic Fox.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonic Fox is the most dominant player in a bunch of games.
Yeah.
Okay, and in Injustice and Mortal Kombat, and he's up there when it comes to Under Night and Skullgirls and basically whatever he wants. He doesn't get the burn that other people do because his games that he likes to play are not as popular. Okay.
But I mean, he does that on purpose.
I think he does. Yeah.
I think he's actually been quoted as saying like, "You won't play Street Fighter."
I've heard that too. Yeah, I've heard that too. But within those games, he's so good. He won at EVO. He won. He's just been the best in Injustice for the entire year. He's by far the best player. And I feel like his dominance in more games than anybody else, even than Nemo. And look, obviously there are more Street Fighter players and Guilty Gear players and Marvel players than there are Injustice, etc. Okay, so I don't know if it's really a good comparison, but but in any case, when it comes to number of games dominating in, I just feel like he has to be mentioned. So.
Yeah, I keep hearing stories about him walking through tournaments with like 5 medals hanging from him and stuff like that. So
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, definitely one of the strongest players.
I think at TFC he won or got top 3 in Injustice and Mortal Kombat and Skullgirls, and he was top 8 in Under Night, and also in or maybe he won Dead or Alive.
Yeah,
it's just like
something ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think that was the event that he had like the 5 medals around there. So yeah. Okay, I'm curious if our number 1's the same guy. But
maybe
my number 1 player is Luffy.
Yeah, it's Luffy.
Yeah, because let's face it, he is the first non-Asian born, mind you. God, I got so much crap at Evo for saying that during commentary. That he was like one of the first non-Asian people to win Evo.
Oh,
and everyone's
I think that's accurate.
But everyone's like, "What are you talking about? He's Asian."
Oh,
like
phenotypes.
Yeah, I know too. But obviously not born in the Asia country to win. And to me, that's a combo breaker right there. That's a huge, broken streak. And that's what U.S. has been clamoring for years and years and years and years. And here comes Luffy. And, he doesn't do it by having the easy road through winner's bracket. He went through losers and beat, like, all these crazy-ass players and then had to fight Bonchan at the end of all people. And he still managed to win. So,
yeah. And, it's... So if it were just Evo, I don't think that I would have put him at number 1, but it's the fact that he dominated Europe. And then at Capcom Cup, when a lot of people were sleeping on him comparatively, a lot of people, myself included, had him losing first game or first round.
Yeah.
And then doing well in losers, but losing first round. But instead, he battled through winners. He got all the way up there. He ended up getting top 3. I mean, he was the most consistently good player regardless of location, I thought, throughout the year in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's a lot of players that are, like I said, are missing from this list. Like, I had Snake Eyes up there for a long time.
I didn't.
Because of Capcom Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I kind of talked about it during his comeback against NorCal, right? That put him on the map, and all of a sudden he became a feared player. So I felt like he had a great year despite that.
Yeah.
I also really wanted to put Smug on that list because Smug has just been...
If it was, I don't know.
He just hasn't traveled enough.
You're right. Honestly. He's a really good player.
Yeah, but like, he's another one of those people who's making name. I mean, if we had like, but see, they're not rising stars. That's a stupid thing to even say because they were amazing and stuff like that. So, but
Smug already won a major.
Dude, I had so many people that I wanted to put in there. Even Bonchan would have been a good choice to put in there.
That's true.
But yeah, it just kind of ended up this way. So
okay.
Yeah.
I think it's. I kind of wish that I had put Mango in. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but I think that's a good list.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for
Player of
the years, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So will you just have our resolutions? Do you want to take a break or just do the resolutions and just go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do it.
Okay. So these are just things that both you and I want to do with games in general. Mine is more focused on FGC kind of stuff, for 2015.
Okay.
What we plan to do, right?
Yeah.
So
am I going first? I don't remember.
Who went first for?
Did I say Nemo first?
Yes, you did.
I did. Okay.
You did.
It's you.
Okay. So one of the things that I want to try to do is I just want to be more proactive in spreading the love a lot more. So one of the things that people have started doing that we've tried to do on stream is mention people's Twitters, people's Twitches and stuff like that. Basically, I want to be better at cross-promoting.
Right.
I want to, because we have a lot of followers and stuff like that on Twitter or whatever like that, more so than a lot of other people, we're good conduits for other people.
Sure.
And so I want to do better with that. I want to be more proactive that way. In fact, I even want to try to run more events and stuff like that. I have some ideas for some some stuff to do, and I've been talking about another Aftershock with Uniel and stuff like that. So I just want to be a little more proactive.
Cool.
Outside of just, not just going and commentating only, but doing more to kind of help grow the scene. I just want to do more as much as I can. So
okay. My number 3 is to play more non-fighting game video games. For a long time, for like a decade, I pretty much only played fighting games. In between, I played a little bit of StarCraft 2 and a lot of Civilization, but that's not really, it goes without saying. That's like above
that's just a given, right.
And a little bit of League and stuff like that, but it's not really since I like really cracked out on Warcraft 3 a long time ago that I've like really paid attention to other games, and even like games that come out for consoles, just like regular old console games.
Right.
I don't do that stuff anymore. So I want to, because it's fun, and also because I want to be more knowledgeable with clients, with like video game related clients.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I read a lot about games, obviously, but like it's definitely come up where my client is like, hey, you know how in X or Y game Z happens? And I have to be like, oh yeah, that game is so popular. How could I not have played it?
Right.
Like, you've never played Call of Duty? No. Sorry. Like stuff like that. Like, how could I not have done that?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I never have. So
that's a tough one.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even that I'm gonna love that kind of game. I just feel like I need to have more experiences. So right now I'm playing a lot of World of Warcraft.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're getting
it's very fun. But yeah, that's the goal. I'm playing more indie games on Steam.
Dude, that would be interesting because I couldn't play Call of Duty. I would just get sick.
Right. But that's like the kind of thing. Like I've never played. I don't know. It's like a lot of stuff in the last decade. I just didn't play. So.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. My number 2. And I just have this on here because I want to do this every year, is just improve my commentary in general.
Yeah.
Right? It's no secret that, a lot of people hate my commentary and stuff like that. A lot of people give me shit for it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I don't do commentary to their liking because I'm always trying to do higher level. Like, I had someone get mad at me because I point out obvious things all the time. Like, he has the life lead, so he can sit back now. And he was like, dude, everyone can see he has the life lead. Like, why do you keep bringing that up? Right? And I'm like, because a lot of people who watch casually don't know how to adjust their gameplay between life lead or not, so I point these things out.
Yeah,
so
you're not just saying he has life lead, you're saying so that...
so you can play a certain way, and obviously I'm not... So, I mean, obviously a lot of... And then, plus the other problem that I have, and this is 100% a problem, and this is just also a request for you too, right? Like, I say things because I speculate in my head a lot, and I'm wrong a lot of the times, or I'll just spit things out that aren't correct.
Yeah.
Go ahead and correct me on stream.
Okay.
Like, just go ahead.
I do tend to avoid correcting.
Yeah, because I know, like, at Capcom Cup, I mentioned that Bonchan and Fudo played in losers finals.
Yeah.
Which they did not.
No, they did not.
You gave me a funny look, and it didn't process into my head until like 10 minutes later. I was like, holy crap, they totally did not play in losers finals. They played in winners finals. Right. Yeah, but, go ahead and just be like...
All right, we'll do.
Just be like, winners finals. I'll be like, yeah, winners finals. Yeah. No, but, I mean, I tend to say things... I've been trying really hard not to do that, actually. Yeah. At Capcom Cup, I just have this problem where I'll just be like, oh, this probably is the case.
Yeah.
And I'm totally wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just because I like to speculate on a lot of things. And so I want to fix that. So all sorts of other things, I just want to keep improving commentary. I never want to stop improving commentary. So, yeah.
I certainly understand.
Yeah.
My number 2 is don't stop playing Under Night.
That's a good one.
Even notwithstanding number 3, where it was don't play as many fighting games, or to play other than fighting games.
Right.
Still, I don't want to let that one go. It's just if I come away from 2014 playing one new game, still I hope that that's the game. Right. Number 2 would be Smash, but one of those, but definitely Under Night. I really feel like I should keep playing. It's just so good. I would feel like it's a missed opportunity to not play it. So
yeah. My number 1 resolution, it's kind of funny given your number 3 resolution.
Okay.
But my number 1 resolution is to play more fighting games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because honestly, someone actually said something to me, I forgot it was on chat or on Twitter or somewhere, and it really struck a chord with me because he was 100% right. he says that my commentary for Ultra has kind of gone down because I don't play the game.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's true. It's absolutely true. I don't play it, so I don't know a lot of the stuff anymore, right? Because I've just kind of stopped playing Street Fighter 4.
Right.
So I need to get back into Street Fighter 4. So I actually might stream myself casually playing it a bunch and stuff like that.
Like online stuff?
Yeah, online and just stream it and just play it.
If you want to just play online sometimes, let me know, man.
Yeah.
I'm on there too often.
Yeah. I mean, right now, my brain has pretty much targeted 4 games. I'm going to play a lot of Ultra. I'm going to keep playing Under Night. And, dude, I want to play that so bad. Like, I've been fiending it.
Me too.
From the conversations that have been going on Twitter. You know,
I'm telling you, I dreamed about Hilda 3C.
Yeah. Guilty Gear, obviously, I want to play a lot of. God, I need a character. I can't. I'm in super character crisis in that game right now. And then the last one I want to play, obviously, is just keep playing Smash 4. But I definitely
want 3 of those.
So I will say one thing about playing Uniel last year when I started playing again. It really rekindled that competitive fire, and I hadn't felt that in a really long time. And I know there was only I know that there was only like 8 people or whatever in the tournament, but that one week that I got second place and I beat LPT. I beat his Byakuya to get second place after he bought me the week before because I didn't know the character.
Right.
Like, I felt really good about that. I mean, Breaker Dave just destroyed me because he picked Waldstein on me, the jerk. So, but you know, I mean, after he bodied me and everything like that, I mean, it still just felt good that I was able to overcome. Like, I would actually go into the tournament. Like, I fought a Merkava. I didn't know how to stop him from flying. And I went home and I actually, like, recorded him flying and tried to find. I hadn't done that in a long time. And it just felt so good. And I want to get back into that again. So I need to play more Ultra. I definitely need to play more Ultra.
Let's do it, man. I'm always...
Yeah. In fact, when Ultra came out, I said I was going to go hard into Ultra.
You did.
Then I hit Character Crisis.
Right.
Screw it. I'm just going to play Cammy. I'm just going to play her. I'm just going to play her. And the only character I'm going to mess with outside of Cammy is Hakan.
Okay.
It's the only character.
Okay. So that sounds good. I think that's a good pairing.
Because I don't have to research a lot of Hakan stuff. I can just ask you.
True. Yeah.
So that'll make it easier.
It definitely helps. I mean, so there's this period of time where if you recall, I hated Marvel. I don't hate it anymore, but like I hated it. And I would rant to you. And then there was a period of time after that, so I wasn't playing during that time. Then there's a period of time after that where I played it a lot. I think it was 2013.
Yeah, I remember that.
Maybe it was 2012. It was one of those years where I played just a ton of Marvel because I recognized in my commentary that I didn't know anything. And so when I would be commentating Marvel, there would be a lot of situations where I just wouldn't know what to say, and so I would just default to whatever stupidity. And once I was playing Marvel, I got way better. I knew what hitboxes were like. You know, and like I didn't know like is Virgil, does he have the same hitbox as Dante? I have no idea.
And
I figured all this stuff out. Just
like even matchups and stuff like that.
Be able to talk intelligently. It really makes a difference playing a game. Okay, so my number one is commentary in general, just improving commentary in general. But specifically, figure out how to commentate on an in-house mic. And that's not even just for me, but that's for me for sure. But it's also for the tournament organizers and stream producers to figure out, like when the players and you know the crowd has to be involved. We have to figure out how to do that.
Right.
And because I do think that it's important to have in-house commentary, at least for some events. Maybe not for everything. But for an event like Capcom Cup, where you expect there to be fewer people who know everything, I think that it would be important. So I got to figure that out. I got to work on that because my commentary was ass at
Dude,
Capcom
we were
Cup.
Stunted. We were really
bad.
stunted. Yeah, there were times you could tell we wanted to say things and we were scared to say things.
Yeah, definitely. So I got to get better at that. But even on top of that, obviously, I have to get better at commentary just in general. I mean, always have to be improving, identifying weaknesses. And
someone asked me one time, they're like, how do you get to be a good commentator? And I was just like, you know, keep improving. Never think that you're good enough. You know what I mean? Just keep trying and keep trying and stuff like that. And, you know, one of the reasons why I like to bring that up is honestly because, you know, I don't want people to think that we're like, hey, we're UltraChen, we did Capcom Cup, we're the best. You know, like, that's not the case at all. Like, I'm always thinking about it,
Me
right?
too.
Like just now, I've already identified a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean, that I want to improve myself on. I'm trying, and so I just wanted people to know that I am trying to constantly improve.
Yeah, same here.
As well,
same here. And look,
and you actually listen to your own commentary again,
which
I have trouble doing.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I'm just used to it. I had trouble at first, but I've been doing it for a few years. So I mean, I'm just used to it at this point. But yeah, if you identify something that you think we suck at, please let us know. I mean, I would much rather know, even if it's phrased crappily. Like, I definitely check out Kappa and NeoGAF and Shoryuken and all that stuff. Like, seeing if anybody is saying that I suck at something, because even if it's like badly or stupidly phrased, or even if I disagree, it's like important for me to note the things that I need improvement at, because basically, oftentimes there's some nugget of truth in there.
Yeah. I was just about to say, mining the truth.
Yeah,
you know, like digging through whatever garbage around it.
Like, so that's why I started playing Marvel again when I cared about Marvel commentary, because I just didn't even realize that not playing was affecting my commentary so much, and then I saw enough people saying like he doesn't know what he's talking about. That I was like, well, I guess they're right, and so I took steps. Anyway, yeah.
That's exactly like when the guy said that James doesn't do commentary at Ultra well enough anymore because I don't play. And and there's actually, someone mentioned this in chat, one of the reasons why I'm kind of willing to go back to Cammy now is nobody plays her anymore.
Yeah, she feels rare.
Oops, I forgot to turn on the humidifier now.
Oh yeah, the humidifiers on.
Hear that there.
I'm sure.
But nobody plays her anymore. Like, Chow Highest apparently beat someone at a tournament recently. I was like, did he play Cammy? He was like, no, he played Evil. I was like, come on. So, it'd be kind of cool to actually go to Cammy. So.
Yeah, you'll be rare.
Yeah,
it feels nice.
Yeah,
feels nice,
for sure. So.
Okay. Is that it?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's it. Well, that was the year 2014. It was a big one.
Hang on a second. Let me turn off the...
You're just going to... Yeah, you got it.
Turn it off, because, dude, that thing must be so loud on stream right now.
Yeah, I imagine that it is.
There we go. Look, this is a basement, man, and it gets really, it gets humid down here. It gets really ridiculously humid down here. So I have a humidifier down here that turns on every once in a while.
Okay,
so.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2014 was a fun year. A lot of cool stuff happened. There's some crappy stuff that happened, but a lot of good stuff happened too. So
one of the best things about doing this is I get to remember a lot of things that happened during the course of the year. Because when we first started, I was like, man, this is going to be hard to build this list. Yeah. And then I started like resorting and looking at all this stuff, and I was like, this is a cool year.
It was a cool year.
It was a fun year. So yeah.
It was. I didn't even think about this before, but is there something that you're most looking forward to for 2015? I guess you sort of brought it up already.
Yeah, the Capcom Cup stuff. I'm really curious about that. And again, a lot of people have asked me, like, since Capcom Cup has this money, do you think EVO's not going to be... Look, for one thing, that $500,000 is getting spread throughout all the events. Right. Obviously, Capcom Cup will have the lion's share of it, but they'll give a lot of bonus pots to a lot of the other tournaments like they have this past year. Right. EVO will probably get the biggest pot bonus on top of that. Not only that, but Capcom Cup is a very different event.
Oh, yeah.
It's a year-long work at it and then becomes an exhibition invitational-ish kind of thing. Obviously not an invitational because you had to work hard to get invited.
Sure.
But the fact that EVO is still 1,600-man tournament kind of thing is amazing in a completely different way. You know what I mean?
I think that I'll always prefer a tournament that has big open entrance and multiple different fighting games over one that is as cool as Capcom Cup can be, or invite only or qualification only, and for one game. Yeah, very different types of events, but I definitely think I'll always prefer EVO style.
Yeah, I mean, look, our match of the year was Blaze Blue. That's not going to happen without EVO, right? And it's just like Seth Killian said a long time ago. EVO is just all about building a stage, and then magic happens. Like, you don't force that kind of thing to happen. The drama just happens, and it happens every year. And you just don't get that without an event like EVO, where you bring in everybody from around the world to that. So, yeah, 2015 is going to be it's funny because every year I'm always like, next year's going to be a make or break year. It's going to be really telling. And I feel that I've been saying that like every year. I think
this one was, though. I feel like this was a year that was like that. And I feel like we made it.
Well, let's put it this way, okay? When Capcom Cup first started, it was kind of like, this is kind of cute.
Right.
But by the end of the year, it was like, holy crap, Capcom Cup.
Right.
And so I think that was a really huge thing. So I think you're kind of right. This year probably was a pretty big one. And then they announced Street Fighter V, which also helped a lot, I'm sure. So, but yeah. Super exciting. So.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Last show, obviously, in 2014. Mm-hmm. Next week will be 2015. Mm-hmm. We are hoping still to do the Guilty Gear episode.
Yes. We have plans for that, and I already talked to Sanchez, and
cool.
Hopefully he'll be able to help us. He even said he's going to try to learn a lot of the characters that he doesn't know.
Excellent. So
he can do better, because he did awesome for Under Night and Earth.
Yeah.
So
yeah, very smart guy. Mm-hmm. So. Okay, that should be next week, but we'll keep you posted. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, have a good New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah. And then also, if you guys have any feedback on lighting and all that stuff like that. I mean, it does look a little better. The lighting is a little better than last year. Obviously, it's still going to sound a little bit like we're in a tin box, probably, than before in the original studio. But we'll keep working on it. So hopefully it was better than last year. But last week, yeah. But we'll keep improving as time goes. So.
Yep. Okay. Thanks a lot, and we will see you in 2015.